Something I've been putting off for way too long is demolition. You can see this gigantic rock which is creating an issue and preventing me from cleaning up this side of the building, and in fact there are a lot of these rocks and smaller rocks which are just making a mess of everything inside. So hopefully in this episode we're going to be able to blow those up and create a more clean environment on the inside of the factory, as well as clearing out some space in the future. Now I say hopefully because I'm not sure that the explosives are going to be able to take care of these smaller rocks, but we're going to head into the material analyzer and progress anyway. So you can see that our dynamite is actually called Nobelisk Explosives, and that is presumably because it is named after Alfred Nobel, the inventor of dynamite, who is also the person that the Nobel Prize is named after. So I can go ahead and click this in the researcher, begin the research so that we have access to creating the Nobelisk Explosives. And then while we're here, I'm going to actually go ahead and research the Nobelisk detonators as well. It's going to require 5 object scanners, which is just a little bit annoying when it requires some more advanced things to do some research, but not a problem. So we'll go ahead and let that do its task and take 3 minutes and head over into our equipment workshop to see what it's going to take to make the Nobelisks. So we need some black powder, and then we need a lot of steel pipe, but that's fine. The steel pipe is actually not going to be a problem. I've got way too much, a huge surplus, because the steel production line's been running for so long. But the black powder might be a little bit of an issue, just because it requires sulfur. Now, I have a bunch of it ready to go. You can see I've been stockpiling it here. The only thing is I haven't automated my collection just yet, so while I do have an off-site facility collecting the sulfur, it's not delivered back here. But with the new hypertube system, that shouldn't be a problem to go back and forth and just grab as much as I need. So I can go ahead and make a bunch of gunpowder so that we can begin our production of the Nobelisk. Now that I have my gunpowder, or black powder, I get these kind of confused because if you look at the sulfur, it says used for gunpowder, but then it actually creates black powder, and there's really not a huge difference between the two, other than one's generally considered smokeless. So you might hear me use those terms interchangeably, but we're going to go ahead and use whatever powder this is to craft some Nobelisk. And I'm just going to make one or a couple, and we're going to probably quickly find out that in order to use this, actually, how do we use this? I'm guessing that to use the Nobelisk, we need to have the detonator. So now that the analysis is complete, we can head over to our crafting bench again and check out the Nobelisk detonator, which is right up here. And oh gosh, we're going to need a lot of these object scanners. It's weird crafting this Nobelisk detonator because it's requiring some components like the object scanner, which is requiring even more basic components like the beacon. And these resemble components that I have previously automated the production of. And so I am imagining trying to make an assembly line to make this faster, but this is one of those things where I think I'm only going to need one, so I don't really think that it's going to be necessary for me to automate the production of something like this, unless there's something in the future which is like a crazy, I don't know, like a thermonuclear warhead, which is the more advanced explosive that we're going to need some kind of crazy detonator that requires Nobelisk detonators. But for now, we'll just start with this one. So I'm going to go ahead and produce this one by hand, and we've got our detonator. Let's take a look at it. Here it is. Looking pretty cool with the plunger. Let's head over to the rock which we want to destroy. It looks like I'm hitting R to reload, so I guess we're just adding in the charge. So we can set this off, so I don't really think I need to throw it. We'll just kind of place it on the ground here. And okay, there we go. And get to a safe distance and blow this rock to kingdom come. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Alright, well, it's still there. Now, I'm wondering if this might be the kind of rock that we cannot explode with Nobelisks, because I've seen some out in the wild, some rocks that is, that are, they look like they're to be exploded. So, I don't know, maybe we just need some more charge? Well, if this doesn't do it, I don't know what will. Oh, alright, so now I've just got a big rock in the middle of my base. Well, that was a bit disappointing because that was the #1 reason that I wanted the explosives. So let's head out into the wilderness and see what we can blow up. While there are clearly a lot of things in the wilderness that we can take care of with the explosives, when it comes to the rocks around my base, it seems like the smaller nuisance rocks are the only ones susceptible to the Noblisk explosives, which is really a shame because my number one objective with the explosives was taking care of this giant rock literally creating a hole in the side of my facility. I really wish I would have known that this was indestructible, because all I could have done early on was move over my base just a meter or two, and that would have solved a humongous problem. So trying to ignore this, perhaps maybe in the future there will be some sort of more powerful explosives, because I have seen that the research tree for the Noblisk and for the gun do converge, so maybe we'll have some sort of rocket launcher that can finally take care of this rock. But we've had some good fun with the Noblisk explosive, found what it can destroy, what it can't destroy, and overall just had a blast. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.